Welcome back, everyone. In this video we will talk about the key pillars of building a strong personal branding foundation. So the first pillar is to discover your core. You want to identify your values, your passions and skills. What makes you tick? What are you uniquely good at? What is that thing that you have that another diction instructor might not have or does not have? You want to know it. Now, it is okay if you don't have all the answers, but at least try to get one answer each for all of these questions. Now, the next thing is you want to define your target audience. Who are you trying to reach with your expertise? Now, when it comes to the diction skill, there are different people you could tailor your skill to reach. For example, you could decide to work with children and nannies, right? So you realize that for most children that learn diction in school and have diction instructors that come home to teach them or do online trainings, you realize that once they go back home and they convert with their nannies, they go back to their default setting, the usual pronunciation. So you could want to say, okay, I want to work with children that homeschool or children that go to school, yes, but then while I am teaching them, I'm also teaching their nannies, so that when they converse with their nannies, it creates opportunities for them to further learn and further practice. That means you would get better results, is it? So you want to define your target audience. There are different target audience. There are different audience you could work with. You just want to define them. Then you want to determine your brand message. So now that you already know your core value, you want to understand the impact you want to create. So that impact that you want to create would then turn to be your brand message. So for example, if you want to work with nannies and children, so your brand message would always be to nannies and children. Your brand message would always be telling parents how you could help them through their nanny or using their nanny, or how you could help their children as while you're working with their nannies, and that way they get better result in terms of communication. Now, the second pillar is to craft your narrative. You want to develop a clear and consistent brand identity. That means whatever brand message you have created, whatever impact you have said you want to create and you're trying to pass out, you want to consistently work on that brand identity. Not like today you're saying this to nannies and tomorrow you're saying another thing to executive. No, you want to stick to one and you want to be consistent with this. And this includes your visual identity, that is your logo, your website, your social media handles, what it looks like, the colors you use, how you show yourself, the examples you use, the videos you use, the people you talk to, your voice, your personality, etc. You also want to create valuable content. When people say that content is king, they are not lying. The thing is, when you don't educate people, when people don't learn from your content, they find it difficult to believe that they would learn from your courses or your trainings. So you want to give out a lot for free, right? You want to share your knowledge through articles, videos, social media posts, or even online courses. But before you start online courses, you want to do a lot of free content outside. You want to put a lot of free resources outside. As much as I am the Diction Queen, every day I educate people for free on Facebook, via Facebook Reel, via TikTok videos, via my WhatsApp night classes, via my status, via my Telegram status, via free classes, right? So I do a lot of all of these things. And the truth is, make sure that whatever content you're giving out, even though it's free, make sure it's valuable. Make it valuable so that people would always want to come back to your platform, your social media handles to learn. They're always looking forward to it. They're always missing your content. And right now, video content are the ones that sell more. So you want to invest more on video content, and you don't want to look shabby in your video content, right? Manage what you have right now. You don't have to invest so heavily, especially if it's not yet bringing in money. However, as much as you're managing, make sure it's a clear environment. It's not an environment that have too much things that could distract them. Look presentable as well, right? Look presentable as well, and use good camera quality to video yourself. Then make sure you engage with your audience. When they leave comments, try to reply. Build relationships by actively participating in conversations. Offer helpful advices. When they ask you for help, give them help. When I ask questions, reply their question. I love to do my videos in the sense that when you ask me a question, I turn it into a video. That really helped me in my video content, because most times I don't have to rack my brain on what do I need to post today. Once I just see your question, I tell you, I'll get back to you via video content, and in few days the video content is up and running, right? So before you know that, my clients, my audience, the believe that I love them because of what I'm doing, right? And they love me in return, and it's easier for them to give me their money. Now, the third pillar is to leverage your unique strength. Remember yesterday we talked about unique strength, and I asked you to find your unique strength. Now, your unique strength could be the ability to influence people. That's one of my unique strengths. Another unique strength could be your humor. Some of your unique strengths could even be your testimonials and all of that. So you want to find your niche. I already mentioned, I use an example of a niche, which is children and nannies. There are lots of niches you could work with, right? I think I've made different posts around that on my social media handle. You might want to get it. You might also want to think about it. You might want to ask people around you, right? So you want to specialize in specific niche, right? It could be public speaking coaching, it could be business communication, it could be accent reduction techniques. You want to specialize in it. You want to highlight your credentials and your experience. But how do you do that? You do that by showcasing your expertise through testimonials, certifications, and previous work. So whatever you're doing, please, it was before I used to feel like when you tell people you're doing this, it means like you're bugaing. No, there's nothing like that. You're just trying to tell them how well you're doing. You're trying to let them see your experience and your credentials, and most times such things would open door for you. So if you got a new gig or there's something you're teaching your learners, show it to the world. When I'm in the classroom, I do live videos when my learners are reading, right? I do live videos of my learners reading, though I do not show their face, but anyone watching that video will know that these are learners. Those are children reading. I do live videos of my learners reading. I do short videos of them reading, of them blending words. I do videos of myself training. I do pictures. Most of my trainings, I put them there, even though not all of them. They're most of my training pictures that I have not even posted at all. But most of them, especially when I'm chanced, immediately I post them. I let people know, I let the world know that this is what I'm doing right now, and I can do that for you too. So showcase, like they say, if you don't blow your trumpet, who will? So don't see it as your bugain. Yes, and if they see it like that, it's fine. However, the good part is you're not doing that to make some people feel bad. Instead, you're doing that so that others who have such contract to give out to you or such deal to give out to you will know that you have experience in things like that. And always share your story. Personalizing your brand by connecting with your audience on an emotional level is key. Always share your story. I know that some of you registered for the Earn More as Addiction Coach Academy because of some of my stories that I've shared. I shared my struggles, how I started in 2018. It wasn't like this. It was a struggle for me. It was a drag. It was a big deal because there was really no one to hold my hands. There was no one to show me all of these things I'm showing you. I learned them on the go, from one training to the other. I do most of my trainings from people that are not even diction instructors, and now it's paying. Right? Now, the fourth pillar is you have to be patient and consistent. The truth is, building a strong personal brand takes time and effort. I started building my brand in 2020. I started online in 2018, but until then, I was just doing it anyhow. It was not until 2020 when I realized, I needed to start doing things differently. That was during COVID. That was when I started showing up more consistently. That was when I started doing things differently. That was when I started giving a lot of free content out there, right? And now look at it, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. I got the break in 2023. Like, things started looking like what I had always wanted in 2023. But then I had like how many years since I started building my personal brand? So excuse me. So what I'm trying to say is, building a strong personal brand takes time and effort. Remember, we talked about discipline last week. Please do not take it for granted. It is discipline that would make you stay committed. It is discipline that would make you to continue learning. It is discipline that would help you to adapt approaches that your brand needs to evolve. So please remember, it takes time and it takes effort. Your personal brand is a journey, it is not a destination. The truth is, as it is, I am still looking forward to having better personal brand, like showing up in a different way before the end of the year, isn't it? Investing in more quality videos, investing in more quality images. So for example, every month I have a budget for my graphics. Right now I do a budget of 20,000 every month for my flyers. I don't do most of my flyers myself. I also have a budget for my videos. At the December 2023, I had to go buy an iPhone 12 Pro Max, right, because of my videos. And when I started using it, I realized, I'm not getting what I wanted. I needed to go and invest in a Samsung S20 again, right? And now it seemed like, I just want to make it better. This is already 2024 February. I just want to make it better. I want to make it better. So personal brand is a journey. It is not a destination. You need to embrace the process. You need to embrace the experiment. And most importantly, be authentic to yourself. When I mean being authentic to yourself, don't come out fake online. Now a lot of people, they cannot come out, do videos or do anything without their makeup. No, that's not me. I'm not a lover of makeup. So that's why you see me, I come out, most of my videos I don't do makeup. And for those that I even do makeup, I do light makeup. I don't do heavy makeup. I can remember at the beginning of 2024, somebody told me to start paying a makeup artist. Not like I cannot afford them, but that's not my thing. I don't enjoy makeup, right? So I'd rather do it myself and make sure I use high quality devices to get my videos out right? So you want to be authentic to yourself. Don't come out fake. Personal branding doesn't mean you're out to fake it. It doesn't mean you have to be fake. It doesn't mean you show your audience the fake part. No, make sure your online presence and your physical presence, make sure they align, so that when people meet you physically, it's not like, it's another person we're meeting online, it's another person we're meeting physically, right? Be authentic to yourself. Be authentic to yourself. So make sure you're sharing your unique voice and expertise. Build a brand that attracts the right client. How do you do that? Know your niche, know what you are, know your niche, and be sure on what you're offering them. Be sure on what the impact that you want to create. Be sure on your core value and learn how to communicate that to them, so that the right set of people will find you, so that the right clients will find you. Expand your impact so that you can empower yourself to achieve your professional goals, right? So I have mentioned 4 pillars. The first pillar is to discover your core. The second pillar is to craft your narrative. The third pillar is to leverage your unique strength. And the last pillar is to be patient and consistent. So tonight your assignment is to find your niche. What niche do you want to work with now? Like I said, it doesn't have to be clear at the beginning. It doesn't have to be clear at the beginning. You don't have to get all the answers tonight. But then just ask yourself, what niche would you like to work with henceforth? Write it down, be clear about it, and of course, what impact do you want to create? What core value do you want to offer? I want you to write that out and send it to the WhatsApp group, so that tomorrow, which is the 3rd day of our personal branding, we would work on our social media brand. That is our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, such that value, that impact that you want to create, you can now start to communicate it to your audience or to the people on social media, so that your right audience will find you. Have a great evening.